Welcome back. So let's talk a little bit about dependency injection, and let's just go back to the mindset of the tree-layered architecture to prove a point right here. If I had the tree-layered architecture, my service would be directly dependent on the database layer. That would mean I wouldn't need this. I would just get rid of that, and instead I would just call new video repository right here, and I would make a reference to the video repository directly in here, and I could still use the interface. But the problem would be now I would have a direct reference to the infrastructure layer, right? And if we go back to our drawing right here and we go into the beautiful architecture here, you would notice that would be a violation of the onion architecture, because then this guy right here would know about this guy. So it's the wrong direction now, and it's not allowed. So it means that the data layer actually has access to the domain services. How is that even possible to do it like that? Well, let's go back to the code and undo this. The question is, how can we even pass in this video repository on runtime? How is it possible to do that? Well, the cool thing is that with dependency injection, you kind of make a map. So you make a map that says, whenever you need a video repository, iVideo repository, like this, if I need that, I will actually send to you a video repository. Okay? If you need an iVideo service, I will send to you a video service. So we need to kind of set this up somehow so that we know what we need whenever we are sending in these interfaces to our constructors. And that's what dependency injection is all about. It's moving the responsibility of creating these different instances or the implementation classes, move that to another location so we can just pass in these interfaces for now. Then we don't need to worry about the implementation until we actually execute the run button and say, now we want to actually start the program. Then we have to consider what exactly should be the implementation for this video repository. And let's just have a look at where we do that. If you go to the program file in the console application right here, you'll notice I made some kind of service collection. This is actually Microsoft's pre-built service collection. I didn't make it on my own. It's inside the .NET platform. And in that collection, I can add scopes. And we'll talk about add scopes, add static, and stuff like that. But for now, think of this as kind of a map saying, if you anywhere in your application ask for an iVideo repository, I will provide a video repository for you, okay? If you anywhere in your code ask for a video service, I will give you a video service right here as the implementation class. So again, inside my code now, any location in my code where I ask for a video repository, I will get a video repository implementation that upholds the contract returned. Okay, so that means in the service now I say, I would like a video repository. Then my program will say on runtime, okay, he asked for a video repository, I'm going to give him this one. Okay, the same with the service. In my program, when I need a service, the program is going to say to me on runtime, he needs this one. So I'll give him this one, right? And that's how dependency injection works. So from now on, whenever you guys need anything in your system, you can actually just dependency inject it right in your code. So later on, if I'm going to make a new service, let's just for the fun of it, just to show you, let's say we made an owner service or something like that, and we put that in here as a class, just create a constructor, public owner service, and in that constructor, I'm going to pass in, and let's just say I need the repository again. I just need to say iVideo repository, repo, and there we go. Now I already have access to that video repository without worrying about how it's created. It's just being automatically created for me when I need it and automatically being injected into the method where I need it. In our case, it's the constructor where I need it, so that's where it's passing it in. And then I can just save a local reference for this guy like this and just make a private reference, and now I have access for it throughout my entire owner service. It's actually amazing how easy it is for us to test the different layers on their own by adding this setup right here. So now you know about dependency injection, you know about the project setup, you know about the onion architecture, about the clean architecture. There's a lot already covered. Next lesson we're going to try and get rid of this UI and start looking into a web API instead, and start to kind of make all of this work together in order to create your first REST API inside .NET Core. See you next time. Bye.